Do 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 do. Well, hey there, Harlos Santana here, Deuce Tunes and Brews, and you're probably saying, hey, that's a nice shirt you're wearing. What, this old thing? I'd made this myself the other day. And that's what this tutorial is about. I'm going to teach you how to use the stencil method for screen printing at home. So first you want to do is figure out your design. And print it on a piece of paper like this. And then you take an X-Acto knife here, and you cut it out. It takes a little bit of time, but you can make your own cool shirts, and it's worth it. So once you cut all this out, you stick it onto a screen like this. Just tape it on there. Tape the edges where the mesh meets the wood so you don't get any paint in them hard to reach places, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now this frame is ready to make some cool shirts. This one is garlic bread till I'm dead. So yeah, this is the stencil method because I find it to be the easiest method. I don't want to do the photo emulsion method because I don't have anything that I want to do permanently just yet. But if you use thick heavyweight cardstock, you can get about 6 to 8 to 10 out of the same stencil before it gets super saturated in paint and gets ruined. I just did 6 Captain Underpants shirts for my son and Josh's kids and a couple other people. And those turned out really well. I will show those in a photograph here in a minute. But let me set this camera up and I'll show you the whole process of squeegeeing it onto your shirts. Well, hey again. Alright, let me show you my process here, how I set it up. I got 3 shirts here. 1, 2, 3. These 2 are for my nephews. The other one's for my sister, actually. I take a piece of cardboard and put it inside the shirt under the surface that I'm going to be inking to make sure that the ink doesn't bleed through to the backside and make a mess all over the place. So, with that said, I put my screen on top of where I want it, and then we're going to put out some ink and we're going to pull it and we're going to make a really cool shirt. So stick around and I'm going to set this camera up to where we can get a good angle. Be right back. Alright, and we're back. Got my camera set up stationary here. So this is what I'll be printing. Garlic bread till I'm dead. It's pretty witty. I like it. I'm using this white fabric ink. Since it's fabric, you definitely want to use fabric ink. You don't want to use regular acrylic because it'll screw everything up and you got to mix it with some kind of medium to get it right. So just use the fabric ink. I like to stir it up a little bit with a popsicle stick. You know, buy yourself some popsicles if you want a little treat instead of just buying a bag of sticks. So I mixed up a little bit and then I scoop a bunch of it out. I'm probably going to do 6 shirts with this stencil. So I just kind of plop it on there. Be good and generous with it because you can scrape off the excess at the end and put it back in the jar. So just slap some of that on there, good and thick. Close your jar back up so you don't dry it out while you're working. Because this stuff's about $9 a jar. It's 8 ounces. Then once you got your ink sitting there, take a cheap little squeegee. This is a graphic and fabric squeegee. This side is labeled fabric, so we'll be using that one. And just hold your screen down good and tight. You can use a little jig if you want to with a hinge, but I'm old school and cheap over here. So hold your squeegee at an angle. About, I don't know, I think it's like 30 degrees or something. And apply a good pressure and pull down. Go to the other side, make sure the other side gets filled in. Then once you get to the bottom, you want to push back both ways. And yeah, that should be, I'll do 2 pulls, just so it gets good and covered and looks good. Then we lift it up and move it to the next shirt. Let's see how she turned out. It's pretty satisfying when you do it right. Oh, that looks great. Garlic bread till I'm dead. This has been a Deuce Tunes and Brews tutorial. I'm Harley Page, Mr. Dirty Hands over here. Thanks for joining us, and maybe I'll show you how to do some more cool stuff one of these days. Goodbye. Actually, I forgot to add, you want to let this dry for at least an hour, maybe a couple hours. I usually let them go for a day. Then turn them inside out and throw them in the dryer for about 30 minutes just to heat set the ink. Then after that, you're good to wash, you're good to dry, you're good to wear, you're good to look great. So go make yourself some fun t-shirts and have a lot of fun doing it.